Well, here we are, everybody, returning back to BTS, and we are doing Life Goes On. I realized the only one that I saw was actually the fact that we saw a little, I think it was a version from Festa where they were out in, a park, and I just realized, hey, I haven't seen the music video, so I wanted to check it out and see how it goes.
세상이 멈췄어 아무런 예고도 없이 꿈은 기다림을 몰라서 눈치 없이 와버렸어 자국이 지워진 거리 여기 넘어져 있는 나 혼자 가는 시간이 미안해 말도 없이 오늘도 비가 내릴 것 같아 흠뻑 젖어버렸네 아직도 멈추질 않아 저 먹구름보다 빨리 달려가 그럼 될 줄 알았는데 나 겨우 사람인가 봐 몹시 아프네 세상이란 놈이 지갑기 덕분에 눌러보는 먼지 쌓인 되감기 넘어진 채 청하는 엇박자의 춤 겨울이 오면 내 진짜 더 뜨거운 숨 끝이 보이지 않아 출구가 있긴 한가발이 떼지지 않아 잠시 두 눈을 감아 여기 내 손을 잡아줘 미래로 달아나자 I gonna go in the forest 하루가 돌아오겠지 아무 일도 없던 듯이 Yeah, life goes on like an arrow in the blue sky 또 하루도 나다겠지 On my pillow, on my table Yeah, life goes on like this again 이 음악을 빌려 너에게 나 전할게 사람들은 말해 세상이 다 gonna do
Very true.
다행히도 우리 사이는 아직 여태 안 변하네 늘 하던 시작과 끝 안녕이란 말로 오늘과 내일도 함께 이어보자고 멈춰있지 마 어둠에 숨지마 빛은 더 떠오르니까 끝이 보이지 않아 출구가 있긴 한가발이 떼지지 않아 잠시 두 눈을 감아 여기 내 손을 잡아줘 미래로 달아나자
All the army bombs in the back. That's cool. I find this song to be really fascinating. There's one line that really sticks out to me, and I kind of want to talk about this part in particular. And that's this spot right here.
On my pillow
I think one thing that I love about this song is just the nostalgia that it absolutely brings up. It's weird. It's like it makes me want to go camping too for some reason, and I don't really like camping, so I can't explain why I feel like that, but it's the truth. And I think honestly, for me personally, like it really hits on a bit of an interesting emotion here, and that really just kind of makes me think. And actually, it's the next part that I want to talk about.
이 음악을 빌려 너에게 나 전할게 사람들은 말해 세상이 다 변했대 다행히도 우리 사이는 아직 곁에 안 변했네 늘 하던 시작과 끝 안녕이란 말로 오늘과 내일을 또 함께 이어보자고 멈춰있지 마 어둠에 숨지 마 빛은 더 떠오르니까
I think the interesting thing about that particular section is it makes me kind of realize something. I think the thing that I find so interesting is a lot of times we sit here and talk about how the world has changed. And we talk about like all the things that have happened in our lives that forced us to change. There's some things, yes, change is the constant in life. There's no way that, you can go throughout life without some sort of change. But there are some things that will always remain. And, and sometimes it's even people. Some of my best friends I've known, one of them actually I've known since the second day I was born. I still hang out with him. And a couple of other friends that I have I'm really good friends with as well. One thing that I find really interesting especially is that I thought that we all have taken very different paths. And it would lead to you thinking that after some time that it would cause some, friction or loss of friendship. But you know what? There's a couple of boys of mine that we just have always been friends, and I can't really say that we've ever really changed. Some things, yes, age becoming one of them, and we're not quite as athletic as we used to be either. But in reality, that has been a constant. A couple of my friends I just think that will always be in my life. And I find it so interesting because, especially during the pandemic, we didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know what, life would entail before, after or during. But I find it interesting because I feel like that with everything that's happened, it still has held on. So, it's crazy. And I feel like that, especially with, with life and having matured and things like that, that I feel like that there's some things that I realize that maybe I have in time really, I would say has affected my ability to handle things. And it's kind of interesting because I feel like that I've really been able to learn how to move along with life, and I find that so interesting because I think as when we're younger we handle things pretty differently, a lot of times a lot more emotionally, and I find it interesting because I remember having to give up college after my car wreck. I was going to college because I got on with my scholarship through ballroom. And then after that happened, then, obviously as well, like we had the pandemic and obviously stuff that happened with my late brother. And I find it interesting because now I feel like when something happens, I really can just be like, yeah, life goes on. And I didn't think I'd ever be like that. So there is some changes that has come from this that has been good, I think. So I don't know. You'll have to let me know what you think. I think that this song honestly might have one of the best choruses that they have, at least one of my favorites. So it's just a really nice song, and I think it's actually really pretty. So anyway, let me know what y'all think, and we'll discuss this down in the comments below. Thank you, and Vae Victis.